befinden wir? Ich habe keine Ahnung.
Wir befinden was.
Dann können wir auch heute fasten. Du hast so viel gegessen.
Das ist aber keine gute Idee, Fasten.
Also, jetzt aber nicht raus. Das habe ich letzte Woche mit meiner Mutter gemacht, weil es einen Tag gefastet, weil sie musste zu einer Magenspiegelung und sowas und durfte davon nichts essen.
Ja.
Komm, dann mach ich das mit dir.
Oh, wie nett. Das ist richtig nett. Weil das ist, was du überhaupt nicht willst. Also,
Ja.
Du darfst nicht essen und alle Leute
Alle
erzählen und
Ja, sie saß auch mit ihrer Frau gemütlich am Frühstückstisch. Sie kann aber manchmal diese Apfel.
es hat mich gefreut.
Ja.
Geht mich gerade aufgestanden. Ui. So, ja. Das ist uns
Ja.
Wollen wir uns besuchen, auch wenn du nicht trainierst.
Alles
Nichts
klar, schon
als-
jetzt weiß ich.
Ja, aber jetzt weißt du dann. Geht mich bis dann.
Nice. Wird auch endlich mal gesehen. Okay, ich muss jetzt wirklich gehen. Einen Kaffee holen.
Ja. Gehst nochmal die Punkte auf jeden Fall durch, was
Auf
nicht
jeden
vergisst
Fall.
ist. Weil ist halt ist einiges, auch wenn es jetzt irgendwie gut geklappt hat.
Ja.
Wenn es gar nicht, wenn es jetzt 3 Tage komplett lässt, dann denkst du, ja, wo war ich jetzt?
Ja.
Deswegen gehst du auf jeden Fall
Ja.
nochmal durch. Auch wenn du jetzt nicht volle Kanne oder so trainierst, sondern aber zumindest mal den Ablauf.
Ja.
Ja, genau. Dreimal, ja, 1, 2, 3, entspannen, groß. Ja, das ist wichtig.
Yay.
Okay.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Alles klar.
Alles gut.
guys, are you there? How are you? Are you with me? Hi hi Kenyan Mary, Sasa. I'm back. Hi guys, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. We had a guest here who had been here for a couple of hours, and we were waiting for her to go so that I can come on here. And it has been a long time since we saw her, so we took our time kidogo. I hope you guys are good. I hope you're okay. I'm having my coffee because I slept all day. Or at least the last couple of hours before my guest came in. So yeah, so I'm having my coffee and then I will prepare for a night shift later on. Mkoje nyinyi, how are you guys? So let me share this live stream because most people don't know I'm going live. Of course, most people know I go live every day, but I have not advertised today on IG at all. And today I just want to. Hi, Carol. Karibu, karibu. Karibu sana. Thank you for joining us. I'm just sharing this link with my WhatsApp group for YouTubers. Carol, kuja leo nini live. Kuja leo tubonge. I know you have a great voice. Kenyan Mary, how do you do? How do you do, guys? Karibu sana. Kuja tupige story. What do you guys want me to talk about today? Imagine I don't even have a topic, Leo. I'll not even lie. I don't know what to talk about today. Starting tomorrow, I have guests every day, but today I had nobody today. The person I had today cancelled, so I have nobody today. People are busy, busy. So guys, what do we talk about? Nani nasikia tumekuwa live stream almost 1.5 months. And I feel like we almost don't have any stories anymore. You guys have to tell me, what do you want us to talk about? Niambieni, Karo, what do we talk about leo? So I think we will do these. We will do these. Mostly, I have questions for my viewers, for my guests. You guys all know those questions, right? Like 30 of them. And I ask everyone that comes over here, what is on your bucket list? Who do you stalk on social media but don't talk to? You know those questions. So I've never answered those questions myself. So how at Mesha High School? Okay, that's a good idea, Carol. Thank you so much. You've just saved me from the questions. Maisha High School. Okay, so hey, woi, umenipeleka mbali. Umenipeleka farthest. So guys, Carol has said we should talk about high school. So you guys also have to chip in. If you have anything to say about high school life, I'm listening. I am listening. Maybe I should actually just even edit the. I don't know if I can edit the title of the live as it's going on. Let me try as we talk. So high school, guys. I went to high school. Mi nasikia kucheka kwenye hii nini naenda, wacha tu dating life in Germany. Okay. So which one do we start with? Carol's or Simki Mia? Thank you so much for joining us, Simki. I'm so glad you're here. So dating life in Germany. Let me tell you. I think I'll start with that one. Carol, I hope you let us start with that one, because it's not a lot to say about dating in Germany. Carol knows what I'm talking about. Dating life in Germany is non-existent. Okay, let me explain. I was one of those people. I don't know if you can tell already. I'm very easy when it comes, to flirting and talking around, and I have no problem with that. I've never been shy. Like, I used to be shy when I was younger, and the moment I knew myself, I was confident AF. Like, no problem. No problem. Okay, thank you, Carol. So my problem is that I was a late boomer, let me say. It took me a long time to realize what people are doing. In high school, people are dating, people are having boyfriends. I had a high school boyfriend, but I was just writing him letters. Hi, Monica. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me start far. Simki, I know I'm starting so far, but let's start there. So I started very late dating and everything. I remember I had a boyfriend, okay, in high school, and and I thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and I loved this guy, but he was my cousin's friend, all the way in Thika, and he was in school in Jiri Boys. I don't know if you guys know Jiri Boys. It's in Thika somewhere, and it is like a well-known boys' school. So I was like, I have a boyfriend in Jiri's. All this time, I'm in high school in Solai. Like, that is Nakuru and Thika. Like, we could not see each other until we closed school. So we used to send each other letters, those beautiful written letters and lyrics to songs and all that. But this guy did not like writing letters like that. So his letters would be like one paragraph, just he was such a nice guy. But I thought that was how everybody's relating with their boyfriend. I did not know people do more. People are doing more. Maybe I'm here just listening due to Boys to Men, and after hiyo ndio nani ameanza kutokelezea Chris Brown. You see how old I am, guys. So it took me a long time. I was actually working already. Like, okay, I finished high school and I was working as a receptionist for a doctor in Nakuru. So he's my dad's best friend, but he's a doctor, he's a gynecologist, and he needed a receptionist, and I had cleared high school and he did not know what I wanted to do yet. So I was working as a receptionist at the clinic. That is when I started just, opening my eyes and knowing what is going on in life. Hi, Leila. Thank you so much, guys. Guys, were you here? And then you found out I wasn't here? I did try coming to the live stream and saw that I wasn't here. Because I wasn't here, but I wrote something on the screen. I had a guest here. Anyway, so that is how my dating life started. It started when I was still working. I knew I was more afraid of getting pregnant than even AIDS. I was like, people get pregnant and then you have, no, I'm not getting pregnant ever. I wanted kids, but I didn't know how to get pregnant. I was so afraid of getting pregnant. I think someone installed that fear in me. You know those women that are always telling you, "Oh, sijaribu." So I took that to heart very seriously, and I did not want anyone near me. And then my first boyfriend, like real boyfriend, first of all, in between upper 17 to 19, because I really started knowing about dating life when I was 19. Yes, I was that old. Alafu nikakuja nikawapita nyi. Let me not say that. Leila, thank you for being here. Monica is saying, those sweet old days we used to write a manuscript. Siku hizi ati WhatsApp messages etc. Monica, siku hizi WhatsApp unatuma tu smiley, that's it. Ati sijui an eggplant. You only need one smiley to say whatever you need to say. That's it. Hizo siku tulikuwa tunaandika, hey, my heart pounds every time I see you, tears rolling down my cheeks, if heaven and earth and rainbows and hey, those good days bana. I love the fact that you could not see anybody until you close school. Unajua hakukuwa hiyo simu sijui nini. Kwanza I remember my shosho had those phones. You remember those phones? You remember those phones? My shosho had them, and when I was in Form 4, I started staying with her, and she had that phone, right? And I remember my boyfriend would call me. The problem is my shosho was strict. She still is. Like, okay, now we are grown up, but she was so strict. Like nobody could call you or anything. So one time someone called me, okay, in the evening with her phone, and I had to pick the phone. Problem is, she always had another phone in the bedroom where she could hear what you guys are saying. My shosho, whoa, she wasn't playing at all. But the good old days, unless someone calls you with the house number, which means you cannot go out at all the whole day. If you're expecting a call, you stay at home the whole day until someone calls for 5 minutes. Ay, Caro, ati kuspray. Tulikuwa na spray perfume. I love you guys were also putting like kisses, like lips on your letters. I love we had people who are very good in calligraph, you know? They were writing with those handwritings and really so you'd bring them like your letter, which is actually very personal. You're bringing them your personal letter for them to write it in, you know, calligraph. Where? Kweli, tumetoka far sana. So what I wanted to say is, I was a late boomer when it comes to dating. Hey Nora, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being here. So we do a live stream every day at this time, and we just talk about everything and just have fun. Why not? Thank you for joining us. Hi says, I live in Berlin and I've been watching most of your live conversations. I find them, thank you so much. I find them really interesting. Thank you so much, Nora, for being here. Now I know the people that are watching me, and because there are some that just want to watch, they don't want to comment. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so today we're just having a story time, and you guys can ask me anything about my past, about whatever you want to know. If it's too personal, of course, I'll tell you if I'm passing, but normally I'm very honest. I'll just tell you what I think and how I am. I don't know how to do it any other way. So that is my dating experience in high school. So I had this, and then now, by the way, now he has like 3 wives. He has 3 wives and a few kids already. But so after high school, it didn't work. It did not work because there were so many chicks in his area, and I used to hate them all. Like how? Until I started really dating and I understood. Imagine it was not my type. It was just your high school dude. That's the only guy who is near you, and he was my cousin's friend, and I did not know so many guys. So you feel like you're in love. But we are very good friends up to now. Like when I see him, we'll have a chat and we'll laugh and all that. But he wasn't my type. Anyway, so after that, when I'm 19 now, I got to know my first boyfriend, and like real boyfriend. But he was in Nairobi again, and I was in Nakuru. And then it was, that long distance. And he was way older than me because I was 19 and he was 28 or something. I was like, that is too old, 28 and 19. 9 years apart. I did not want that. So that did not last long. A couple of months, and then I was already done with him, because I was hot cake at that time. Naongeniambia kitu. So that did not go on for a long time. So my next relationship is what now started. I started being patient and knowing how to deal with guys, and how a relationship works and all that. So fast forward, I'm in Germany, right? I've had a lot of fun. My 20s, guys, my 20s were good. Like, I don't know about you guys, but my 20s were the bomb. Like, it's like someone told me, your 30s and your 40s, Corona will come and it will, and things will happen. But my 20s, I had fun. Like, I was easy. I was just having fun. I knew what I wanted. You could not take advantage of me. In my 20s, I think because I'm here just innocent, laughing, could not take advantage of me. I was going to take advantage of you. I was savage. Hey! Anyway, I had fun, a lot of fun. And before I came to Germany, I had a boyfriend, and we had been together for 4 years, and I loved him. I really did. I always say if I was still in Kenya, I would have like 4 kids from him. Definitely, I know that. But I did not love him enough to stay in Kenya. If you guys know what I mean. Like, I loved him, but not that much that I make big decisions around him like that. You know what I mean? Which was heartbreaking for him, because I came to Germany thinking that it would still work. I came to Germany thinking that he could still come here, and come and join me, or maybe I'll just stay a couple of years and we can do long distance, and then I'll go back. You know how love things, right? So I was really like sure it was going to work. So I came to Germany, and I realized very fast, this is going to be very difficult. Bringing someone to Germany is just so. Up to now, I haven't brought anyone to Germany. Nobody has even visited me from my family. It's not a joke. It's doable. It's not like it's not doable. It is doable, but it has to have a reason. Just to come to kukuja tu hivyo, like, it's a lot of paperwork for just kukuja tu hivyo. You know, guys, what I mean? So you need preparations. You need to prepare. What are you guys going to do? Where are they going to stay? You don't want someone to come to Germany also and just stay in their room until they go back. You have to have time also to take them around. Maybe take them around Europe. All of that you have to panga yourself also financially to take them around Europe, and then you have to make sure that they have like all of that paperwork that they need. They need some money in their account in Kenya to show that they are capable of, it's a lot of preparation, guys. And unless I know there's a reason why I'm doing that, I'm not just starting that whole process for nothing. You know, guys, what I mean? So yesterday, who was here? Yesterday, Rose was here, and she was talking about how her mom came when she had a baby, and she helped her take care of her baby. Something like that, definitely. My shosho isn't feeling well also at the moment, so I'm also thinking of how she can get her knees fixed and all that. So that's something like that. Definitely, I'm going through the whole process. But just for the sake of it, unless someone really, really wants. My brothers, they're not even bothered. When you say wanakwambia sasa nisaidie kukam Germany sijui, my brothers are not hata kuagi huko. Like, they're not interested in coming to Germany for no reason. Actually, when I ask them, they want to go to Spain to visit, or to Dubai or South Africa. That is what they're interested in, and it's not even living, just visiting. Germany doesn't seem to attract them like that. So yeah. So what I wanted to say is, so I realized very fast that this relationship of mine and him wasn't going to work. And this is how I knew. It was like this, okay. And the whole time I think we are okay, right? And we wrote a lot of emails because WhatsApp wasn't there yet. When I came to Germany, I'm old. Oh my god. So so we had I remember we used to buy cards. I don't know if you guys remember, if you live in Germany, or also Monica maybe also in France. We used to buy those calling cards, and then you'd use the home telephone, the home, what was it called, home telephone, what is it called, yeah, house phone. You'd use your house phone, and then you start first of all with the card number. Yeah, you put it in first, and then you put the number in Kenya, and it would give you like a 10 euro card would give you like an hour or two. I don't know if you guys remember those ones. So those are the cards I used to buy, and I bought a lot of those cards just to call him and talk to him and all that. Especially because my first year in Germany was very hard for me. I cried a lot during my first year because I was having a hard time, guys. I had come from Nairobi. I had been having my best life in Nairobi. Guys, that 1 year, 1.5 years that I stayed in Nairobi before I came to Germany was one of my best years ever. Like, we had such a great time. I was not stressed at all. I was just waking up, going to German classes. German classes were like 10 to 12. I'm living in Koja. Unapale kwa roundabout Koja. I'm living in Koja. I would just walk like that, Central Police Station. You see how or going to Nakumat Lifestyle. Unapanda hivyo, hapo hivyo ndio nini iko, Gota Institute iko. So in like a 10 minutes walk from the hostel, I'll be in class. And then 2 hours, I'm doing my German 2 hours. And then at 12, I'm back in the hostel. And then we'd have lunch, and then life would begin immediately after that. Because most people in the hostel had classes also, university classes. So most of them would go to Nairobi University, just there. Some were in colleges around Nairobi, and then we would all meet for lunch at the hostel. Guys, every time after afternoon, that's where life would begin at the hostel. Every day. Let me tell you, I never missed even one class, and that is something I up to today. I'll never party so much that I can't go to class or to work. That has never happened. But we had a great time, guys. So imagine having such a great time in Nairobi and partying like a crazy woman. I was 23, guys, and all my friends were in the hostel, or like the hostel was full of friends. And very cool friends also. There were a lot. There was also a chick there, and she had been all over Africa, working all over Africa, and had come back to Nairobi, and she was just there to have fun, and we were just going around Nairobi together and all that. So I had a good time in Nairobi, and then all of a sudden you come to Germany, and life changes. Like, you don't have any friends. Your boyfriend is still in Nairobi. Your family is so far away from you. You know that freedom you had where you just wake up, go to class, come back, go out, go meet friends and all that. It's not there anymore. And then I found myself in a big house somewhere in the villages of Germany. A big house, a very rich family somewhere, and no friends. I can't speak German. I'm seeing like 2 or 3 people per week because I was always in the house. I was an au pair girl. I was a babysitter. So it's like a boat. Boat is always in the house somehow. So the only time I went out was when I did, because it is compulsory to have German classes, to get your German classes paid by your host family in Germany. So, hi Pamela, thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry. I saw you already. I saw you. Ati management, kuisha maneno. A big enterprise. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Yes, landline. Monica, thank you so much. Landline, yes. Asante sana. I had totally forgotten. This is how far that is. How far kitambo that is. Anyway, so I find myself in a big house somewhere. I have no friends. I don't even speak the language. I don't even know how to say what. Like, I only had like a few sentences, a few words that I could use, but I could not really express myself. And then my guest mother was not the best at all. Like, I wouldn't even lie. She was not the best. Like, she made me cry a lot. Like, she didn't even care. So You see the difference? That's Nairobi life, and now I'm in Germany. So I really needed my boyfriend. This is what I wanted to say. That whole story was to say that I needed to make those phone calls. I used a lot of money with the landline. I used a lot of money with the calling cards also, and wrote a lot of emails just because I needed to talk to someone, and I did not want to talk to my dad or my family about it because they would have said just come back home. They would have known I'm not doing okay, and would have wanted me to go back home, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to like take all that time to learn German. Spend so much money to come to Germany and then just give up. I wasn't ready that much. Although I bought flights a lot during that year. I was trying to buy flights the whole time. Like I was almost giving up every 2 months. Anyway, um, so I needed my boyfriend a lot, the one in Kenya. So I was always calling, and would talk and would write each other emails. So I thought everything was okay. All right. And then I finished my year as an au pair girl in Germany, and I wasn't ready to go back yet. I wanted to see how far can I go things in Germany, right? And I think I've told this story before. My German wasn't as good after my first year because the kids I was working for were not really kids. They were not so young. Hi, Suleimane. How are you? Dankeschön, dass du hier bist. Schön, dass du hier bist. Freut mich sehr. Ich hoffe, du verstehst ein bisschen Englisch. Ich rede sehr viel Englisch hier, aber ich werde mischen auf jeden Fall. Wenn du was zu wissen willst, kannst du immer fragen. So, guys, I was talking a little bit of German with Suleimane because he likes talking to me in English, in German. So, yeah, so I'm here. I'm calling my boyfriend in Kenya like the whole time. I'm using so much money, although I'm earning very less. And then my year ends, and I wasn't ready to go back to Kenya immediately after my year ended because I knew coming back will also be another process, and I wasn't ready for that. So a lot of people were giving me advice and tips on how to prolong my stay in Germany, and the only tip that you get mostly, or 2 or 3 options, okay. The first one is you go to Austria and continue becoming an au pair girl or babysitter. Hi, Damaris. Thank you so much for coming. I see you. Thank you so much for being here. So the first option was to go to Austria and become a babysitter there also, which I had no problem with, and which I ended up doing. The second option, I could have gone to Austria or to Switzerland, or where else? Austria, Switzerland. Where else? I don't remember where else now. Belgium? No. I think I only had Switzerland or Austria to choose from, and I could only go to these two because they also speak German, and become an au pair there. But I realized that in Switzerland, I went to Switzerland to try and get a position. But I realized in Switzerland, when you are an au pair there, you are not allowed to continue after au pair life. You cannot go to school and then do this and then do this. You're just supposed to stay for the period you are there, and then you're supposed to go back home. That's it. So I wasn't ready also to be like put in that box Arakasan like that fast. And so I decided to go to Austria then. And what I wanted to say is I did not go back home to Kenya or even to visit in my first year. So all of this year, I'm just talking to my boyfriend on the phone. We had not seen each other for a whole year. But I wasn't ready to go back home yet. I wanted to first secure a job in Austria before I could go to Kenya to visit, or to see my family, or to visit at all. So I went to Austria first and started my next au pair year there, which was also a very good year. Austria was a very, very beautiful time for me. It was a good year. So I'm in Austria and I've decided to go back home to Kenya. And I remember actually on my birthday, my host family gave me a flight ticket as my gift for my birthday. That was like the biggest surprise, one of the best gifts ever, because I missed home so much. As an au pair, you don't earn like that much. If you have to buy a flight, you'll need to save for like 2 months to be able to buy a flight and have a little bit of more pocket money. And they kind of knew that and they wanted to surprise me, so they gave me a flight as my birthday present. So I went to Kenya. So going to Kenya is when I realized, oh my god, this boyfriend has changed. He had changed. Like, I remember being at his place, and the whole time he was like at the window looking outside, like, what is going on? Is someone coming? And every time there'll be a knock, like at a neighbor's place, because he was still in a small place. Yeah, he was still in a very very small place. So still starting on with life, like myself. um and this place you could hear if someone knocked at the neighbor's door, right? And every time a neighbor's door would be knocked, he would be outside looking like at the window, who is that, who is that? And he was acting very weird because I knew him for 5 years already. So I knew how he was. I had been with him like almost every day for 4 years. I knew how he was. So all of a sudden he was acting weird, and their corners he did not want to their streets he did not want to walk with me, or he would walk with me but looking out the whole time. Very weird stuff. And it hit me. He already has someone here. Like he's seeing someone around here and he doesn't want to be seen with me. He doesn't want the other person to know that he's with me or something, or that I'm back or something like that. I didn't know. I wasn't sure. Up to today, I don't know. No, today I know. Today I know. But it took me a very long time to know what was going on. Anyway, I realized hapa kuna mtu, but I'm very far away, so I did not even have the strength or the energy to be mad at all. Because what did I expect? You leave a guy for 1.5 years. What do you expect will happen? This is Kenya, like Kenya, guys. So that is when I decided, and I decided I did not even tell him. I decided, okay, I think this relationship is over. I'm not going to try and fight for it. I'm just going to let it run its course. Like, I'm not going to even be surprised if it ends. I'm not going to be mad if it ends. I'll just let it be. Like, iende tu venye itaenda, like that. Like, I wasn't going to fight for it at all, because what he showed me, and you guys know, as ladies, definitely when your man or your boyfriend is acting funny. And these men don't understand that. Family, you don't understand these things. Because what a woman does, she doesn't only read you she has not only mastered you as a guy. She masters your micro movements. That means when you talk, maybe you scratch here. When you do what, maybe you drink your tea like this, not like this. Those micro movements, that's the ones that stick to us. So when you change those micro movements, we already know what is going on. We already know, like, something is up here. I don't know why every time I'm doing my live stream, this happens. Forgive me, guys. Suleimane, thank you so much. I hope you're getting everything I'm talking in English. Should I talk a little bit of German? I would. So I don't know if that's weird to like blow your nose on the live stream. I don't know if it's rude. Monica, tell me. All my makeup is gone on my nose now. So guys, that is what happened. Like, I realized this is not going to work, and he already has someone, and I did not want to find out. Like, I wasn't even like, I loved the guy, and I would never be able to hate him at all. I really loved him, and he was very nice to me. We had a great time while it lasted, but I wasn't feeling like fighting for it. I was very ready, like, to move on. So I don't know. So when he started acting weird, I decided, okay, I'm going back to Germany, and I will not stress over, okay, how do we make it work? How, if he already has someone, then he has someone. That's like, he has already decided for both of us. So so I did not do anything. When I came back, I started calling less and less and writing less and less emails until it like faded on itself. And at the same time, he also did not like insist. He was also not fighting for it at all. So the relationship was like that. It died off on its own, right? So at some point I realized, okay, now I'm ready to move on. We are not writing each other at all. We have not been communicating at all. And then I heard that at the time when I was in Kenya, when he was acting weird, looking outside and everything, someone was already pregnant somewhere. These men. Okay, guys, the guys that are here, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about the men that are here. But anyway, so if someone was already pregnant for him, he wasn't going to tell me. I did not expect him to tell me. But I'm very happy that I decided not to be with him before I realized that, because it would have crushed me. Like, I had already decided to move on, and then I came to realize that that's why he was acting weird. So he did not hit me at all in any type of form. So and I was very happy for him was going to be a dad. Like, that person you leave and you're like, I really hope he finds someone. So he found someone and he was happy. I'm so glad you're here, Suleimane. So glad that you're here. So now my dating life in Germany starts. Simki, this is where we start with your question. Like 30 minutes after. Dating in Germany. It has not been easy, guys. And let me tell you why it hasn't been easy. Because if you live in Germany, you know this. Flirting and trying to get to each other and DMing and writing each other the whole time, it is not the norm in Germany. It's not like you're walking outside and everybody's like, hey, hi, how are you? Oh, you look nice, your eyes, Mm-mm. Not in Germany. If you're expecting people to be like that, try another country, not in Germany. Maybe other cities are different, but the cities I've been to, and I've been to many cities in Europe or in Germany, most Germans are not like that. The only Germans are like that is when they go out. When they go out, they're maybe a little bit more open, but also maybe you would expect that every time you go out, someone will hit on you. Nope. It's not like in Kenya, you cannot even go to the shop without someone trying to hit on you. It's not like that at all. So I remember thinking, what is going on here? Like you can see people really admiring you from afar, or people like giving you that eye from afar, or people like following you around for some reason, and trying really hard to be very close to you for a very long time without saying a word. And I did not know for a very long time that you had to make it easy for them. Like me, I was always like, I know you like me. Kwa nini ukuji hapa? Why are you not coming where I am? Why are you not trying? Why are you not, like you're single and you're young and you think, okay, now I'll just see how dating is in Europe. And nobody's coming over until you start to think, kwani, how do I look? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with my face? What's wrong with my body? Do I need to change things up? Or do I need to buy new clothes? You start questioning yourself in Germany. You always think something is going on with you, but it's not. People see, people admire, people want to, but it's not in their norm to just come over and say hi. Like, I've realized that people in Germany, most people, not everybody, of course, there are very many nationalities here that have no problem flirting, but the typical German man is actually very afraid of rejection. And tell me if you're here and you're German, the most German men are fearful of rejection, so they would rather not come over until they're very, 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 very sure that you like them. And even then, you still have to make it very easy for them. You still have to be like trying, to talk to them and everything. Hi, Kenyan Mary. Thank you for coming back. I saw you were here way, way before. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Yeah, so most people fear rejection. Yeah, Suleiman is saying yes. He agrees. Definitely. So most people fear rejection so much that they really will not make that first step. You really have to try and help them if you like them back also. So it took me a long time to adapt to that, because my African culture is just totally different. Like, there are of course many people that you like as a woman in Kenya, and you'll make it easier for them, but they will already definitely be on your case like the whole time. Like people will be all the time like, hey, hi, hey. It's up to you to actually choose. Like you have so many people waiting or trying on a daily basis that it's up to you to decide who I like more, who I fancy more, who I think looks better, who who is your thing, who is your type, like that. So when you come to Germany and in a whole year nobody has said hi, you'll be like, what is going on with me? So I realized that after a very long time. And then I also realized that most people in Germany um, um, always find partners online, like dating apps. Like a lot of people have found people on the dating apps in Germany. When I realized that, I had to go to dating apps. And most Kitambo, or way back, I always thought dating apps are for those people who can never find someone. How do I not find someone? How can I not find someone? Why do I have to go to dating apps? My God, jeez, guys, my goodness, I had to look for dating apps and register everything and take photos. I actually took photos for my first dating app. It was called Afro Introductions. I don't know if it still exists. Afrointroductions.com. So it was actually just Afro introduction. So people, let me say Germans, who are interested in black people, like, or in African people, African people. So most of them will be men, of course, but there were also ladies there who were looking for like black guys. It was just that kind of a platform. So I went in there, and that's when I started meeting people, like started writing with people, meeting people, and seeing what is going on in Germany. That is when I started realizing what is going on. Everybody's in these dating apps because nobody has time to go around flirting on the streets like in Kenya. Like in Kenya, a lot of people are idle, or their lives are so relaxed, just chilling. And even if they are working, they have a minute or two to say hi to you or to flirt with you a little bit. So I realized in Germany, it's not like people have so much time to go around saying hi to you, or people are busy. People are in their offices, either working in their offices, or they are in school, for those who are in school. And if they're not in the office or in school, they're at home. Most people are just people are not just walking on the street like that without a plan or somewhere they're going. So when I realized that everybody is, if you needed to meet anyone, you had to be on some dating site somewhere. That is how dating life was, even those times in Germany. You had to be on a dating site, and you had to start writing with people. And even then, people did not just have time to meet. Like even right now in Germany, you cannot just tell even your best friend, you cannot just tell them, let's meet tomorrow. You can't do anything like that. You have to plan in advance, and they have to look at their schedule, and they have to tell you how the schedule looks, and when they'll be working, when they will be off, what they have planned for their off days. Because some people will just have maybe Saturday and Sunday off, and even though Saturday and Sunday they have family, or they want to do something and they had planned something in advance. So most people just plan things way in advance, at least a week before. So telling people to, okay, let's meet next weekend, it's a very big risk, or there's a very good chance that they will not be able to. That's something else that makes dating in Germany very hard. Because how are you just, how are you just going to meet? Well, you don't even know my plans. I only have like 4 weekends in a month like everybody else, and these 4 weekends I want to go out, I want to go shopping, I want to go, I need to go to a wedding, a birthday party. There's a lot planned always on weekends. Anyway, what I realized is, and what I would tell anybody who is in Germany, if you're looking to date in Germany, start with the dating apps. You definitely have to be in some dating app. So I don't know what people are using right now. I've been in a relationship now for a very long time, but Tinder, I hear a lot of people are in Tinder. I don't know what other apps are there right now. Like I said, I don't know if Afro Introduction is still there. Something else you can do if you want to date in Germany, you definitely need to go out. Like, go out looking. Otherwise, you'll never find anyone. You have to go looking. Um, if you wait in the house for someone to come over, or you wait in the house until someone says hi, until someone discovers you, nobody will ever discover you. There are a lot of beautiful people in Germany who are lonely, like you can't even imagine. Because if you don't really search and really like take it like a project, like, take it like a job. I'm single, I need a man or I need a woman in my life, I'm just going to look for one. Until you decide to do that, it's very hard in Germany, guys. It's not even a joke. Something else you have to do if you're really looking for someone, you have to join like clubs or groups, or something you're interested in. Like I used to love dancing salsa. I used to love, I still want to, but have never started playing volleyball. I would love to do that. And if I would find a club where I could join and start slowly or something like that, I would, but it's kind of expensive. So such clubs, find something that you really love. If you love reading, go to the library, or just start finding groups that do like book reviews or something like that. What are they called? Book what? Those meetings. Yeah, so find that something that you're interested in, join that group, join that club, and start going there, like frequently, as often as you can. Start being in some kind of some kind of a community thing. If you're just walking around going to work alone and coming back and all that, it's going to be very hard to date in Germany. Something else I would say is also be open to other nationalities, because there are many nationalities in Germany also. And 1 minute, just 1 minute. Something else you really have to know is that when you are in Germany, you be open to other nationalities also. If you are here and maybe you are living in a city where there are other nationalities, if you're open enough, you definitely find someone, because there are also other nationalities that are a little bit more open and more, they flirt a little bit more or something like that. So depending on what you like, be open-minded and you'll definitely get someone. Because what I think is that most people who come to Germany, not only in Germany, like most of us as human beings, sometimes you have like unrealistic expectations, like you only want someone who looks like this, who has this, who can do this, who, all of those pointers that we write when we are in our, as teenagers. And sometimes you just really have to be open-minded. Like, I'm not one of those people who will tell you don't settle or something like that. I think that is a lot of, I don't know, like, I would say definitely it's not something I would say. Like, I would not tell a woman, don't settle, only take someone who is this, like this. I'm not one of those people. I will tell you, definitely be open-minded. Be with someone for how they make you feel, not what they give you. How you feel around them, and just being open-minded. If you only date someone who has this or only has this, and you don't even know why you want that thing, you just think that's what you need to have because the society expects you to do that, then it might be very hard finding someone. Very, very, very hard. And vielen Dank. Danke schön, Suleimane. Thank you so much. This is Africa. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're talking about dating in Germany. Someone asked me about dating in Germany, and so we're just tackling that and telling you what I know. So definitely dating apps, definitely go out there and really take it seriously. Like, you are looking, and if you know you are looking, you have to make it a little bit easier for someone who is trying to come over. Don't be like you're single and you're looking for someone, and every time someone comes over, you're like, I'm not like that. Then you're not going to get anyone. So you have to be like trying to make it easier for people who you fancy also. You're not everybody, of course, but the people that you fancy. And then don't have unrealistic goals. Like, I see women who themselves, they are still struggling with life, but they want someone who is already stable, who already has everything put together and all that. Sometimes that can be problematic, guys. Of course, everybody wants everybody wants someone who is already settled and knows everything they want in life, but that might be problematic in Germany. Let me say, because we're talking about Germany, because there are a lot of good guys, even anywhere else in the world. There are a lot of good guys that are just dying to be with someone, or to be in a relationship with someone and give them all they have. And sometimes that should have been enough sometimes, but you also have to know yourself, because everybody knows what they look for in a partner. There's some are interested in intelligence, some are interested in looks, some are interested in money, some are interested in people who are a bit older and can be able to teach them things in life. It depends with what you're looking for and what you're interested in. But yeah, be realistic in what you're looking for. Have those realistic goals of the kind of person you're looking for, and dating will not be that hard in Germany. Something else, unless you know that you don't like a certain kind of nationality. There is one thing sometimes you think, okay, I really don't want like an African, or I really don't want a German, or I really don't want, an Asian. It's okay. It's okay to say that. That is not being, but it's okay to know what you really like. But at the same time, give people a chance. Like, give everybody a chance and see. And, make your world a little bit bigger, and what you're looking for a little bit, the space a little bit bigger. People might surprise you, like big time, big time. I've seen people getting surprised all the time. Like, they did not think that person would be like that, and all of a sudden, then they turn out to be the best thing they've ever had. So yeah, you never know. Definitely stay open-minded. So I don't know what else to add on to that. I am engaged, and I've been in a relationship for the past, it will be 6 years this year. And yeah, our wedding is coming soon, and babies and all of that, if God allows. So I'm happy that I'm in a relationship, because I wouldn't even know where to start right now. Like, I wouldn't even know how to start dating again in Germany. Like, it's so much work. Like, it is really, it is an extreme sport in Germany to date. And like I was saying, everywhere in the world, if you're just going out and you just be, getting to know people and just being friends, or you just want to have a good time, there are always people for that. That is not a problem. But really finding someone you click with, and you're in the same kind of frequency, or someone you can really build something together, it is not that easy in Germany, guys. It is not. And most of the time, you'll go back home and people will be like, Ojai Batabuana. Sorry, that means have you've never gotten married, you don't have kids, what is wrong? You've never gotten a boyfriend, and people don't understand that it is really hard. It's not like people are not trying. People are really trying. People are trying hard out here to get boyfriends and girlfriends. And even the people that are there and are a little bit talkative, they're also finding very hard to find, because you also have to find someone that you also like, not just because they flirted with you, and just because they have those things that you wanted in your list. You still have to fancy them, and to be attracted to them, and to feel like you can build a life together. So finding someone who just really clicks with you in that way, and you fancy them like that, guys, the ratio is really low. Like, it is very hard, guys. It's very hard. So I don't know for the other people in other countries, like this is Africa, in the US. How do you guys find dating in the US? Because I would really like to know. I would like to have a conversation one day about dating in the US, because I'm very sure it's much easier than in Germany. I'm very, very sure it must be very easy, or easier than in Germany, definitely. So I would like to know, does anyone here want to come and chat with me? Let me put the live stream link on the comments, and I will pin it so that you know where it is. Or, yeah. And if anyone wants to come and have any kind of a chat, let me know. If you have any questions, ask below, and I'll definitely answer them honestly, like always. I will totally be honest with you. I don't know how to do it any other way. Sorry, I wanted to pin that. Yes, okay, now it's pinned. Yes, so guys, that is my dating tips in Germany. That is my dating tips in Germany. But I have to tell you guys, there are people who have gone through a lot in Germany. Like my case has been very, I've had I've been lucky, let me say, not to like meet total creeps or total weirdos, because there are people who have met a lot of weirdos in Germany. Like, whoo, okay, I had one case, but that's a story for another day. But there are people who have also met really weirdos, like people who really threaten them, or no, I've not had that. I've been very lucky to meet people who are really sound minded and people you could talk to and reason out. And even if it's not working, you could just, sit down and say, okay, this is not working. Let me go my way, you go yours. Of course, you'd be heartbroken, or they would be heartbroken for a few days, weeks, or months, but it still would go all right. Like I don't have, there's nobody that I have broken up with that we are enemies. Like enemies, we can never see each other or love each other. No, not at all. We cannot be friends. I don't believe in being friends with your exes at all. So we cannot be friends, but if at all would meet on the street somewhere, I would definitely say hi. Definitely. So I've met people who are reasonable. I'm very thankful for that. Sometimes it could not go that way. Like there are people who have had it way, way worse. Hello, beautiful. You woke up like gorgeously. Mimi Bado Amindera. Let me tell you, Gina, mom, I had a night shift, right? Like always. Like I have night shifts until Jesus comes back. And I tried to sleep, I couldn't sleep, and I watched a movie on Netflix and I regretted like immediately because I was already hooked and it was not a great movie. Like it was woo, I had goosebumps everywhere. So I tried after that to sleep and I succeeded. I slept a few hours and then we had a guest and then I ate something and then I came up here. But believe you me, the makeup I've done today, except for the eyebrows that I took time, the rest of the face I did not take so much time. I was like lips, brows, and out of there. So I'm so glad that you like it, Gina mom. Thank you for being here. Come over, by the way. Come and say hi. We loved your voice. We had Gina mom here on the live stream for a few minutes. She surprised me for a few minutes. We had such a great time. Such a great time. I would love to have her again. I would love to have you again, even in Dera. We don't mind Deras at all. For the guys who are here, I don't know if you know Dera. It's very difficult to explain, but it is like a dress. Like I would say a dress that is just all through, and it's bigger. Like it's bigger in size. It has a lot of space inside, and we love it in Africa. And that's a dress that we use to just walk around the house and do chores and all that, because you don't need much. Just put it on, and it's really big, and it gives you a lot of space. It doesn't squeeze anything. And you're good to go. So I also would like to be in there right now, but I have a night shift after this. So yeah. Have you guys are you guys on Clubhouse? I know I talk about this a lot. If you love Clubhouse and you want to join Clubhouse and or you don't know about Clubhouse, let me know down below. I have invites. Let me see how many. I have a few invites to Clubhouse. I could definitely send most of you anyone who is interested. The only problem with Clubhouse is that you only it's invite only until someone has sent you an invite you can join. Yeah, I have 3 invites, guys, and the invites are not being given just like that. I've gotten a few the last times, which is a surprise. Most people are saying they have not gotten so many invites. So when you're an active member, and I'm active on Clubhouse, you get invites, like 3 invites as often as possible, so that you can send other users so that they can join Clubhouse. Problem is, it's only for iOS users until now. It's only for people with iPhones. So if you have an iPhone, you want to join Clubhouse, let me know. You can also DM me at Bucket List Says on Instagram, and I will send you an invite. Definitely. And we want to have as many people in Clubhouse as possible. It's so interesting. So before someone else asks me a question, I'll tell you a little bit about Clubhouse. I hope you guys don't mind if I've already told this story. Clubhouse is a new social media platform where now it's not like new, but still new, and it only works with voice. That means you don't need to post any photos, you don't need to post any videos. You only need one photo as a profile photo, which doesn't have to be even you. You could even post a cartoon or or a cup. and there are rooms, there are different rooms where you go in, and every room has a different topic. So if you want to start a conversation, you just open a room with that topic. Like today would have been dating in Germany, right? Like right now. And you just put a topic on top there, and people will just join your room and you can have discussions. So if you have anything to add, you just raise your hand. There's somewhere you tap and you raise your hand, and the moderators or the admins of that room will see you, and then they will invite you to the stage. And then you guys can have a conversation. It's so addictive, guys. You have no idea, because it's not like Instagram. You don't need to post anything. You don't need to look for beautiful places to take photos, or you don't need to impress anyone with anything. It's just you and your mind and your opinion and your experiences. So people are just coming in and having conversations about the experiences and their lives and what is going on in their life. Some people are just starting rooms with just very easy, very light questions. Like someone asked today, what is your favorite wake up moment? Which is that time you woke up and you're like so happy. What had happened? Yeah. And you'll tell them, like myself, I love when I travel and waking up in a new city in the world where I've never been before. That is like one of my favorite things ever. So maybe you arrived, your flight was at night, you arrived at night, you went to the hotel and slept, and then in the morning you wake up and you realize I'm in Barcelona, or I'm in Madrid, or I'm in Amsterdam, and it gives me so much joy. So you'd say something like that then. And people are just chipping in and saying what they love about their mornings, or the kind of mornings they've loved, or the kind of places they woke up in and they were very happy. Such light topics. And then sometimes, like yesterday, I started a room where we were talking about investing in Kenya and what you need to do to invest in Kenya. And then people were, and I wanted people to just share their experiences. Have you tried investing in Kenya? What happened? What are the good and the ugly things that happen when people try to invest in Kenya as diasporans? Do you have any horror stories? Do you have any good stories? Did you get a good return? So we were asking each other these questions, and then a few guys came in the group and they started a conversation about, they wanted to know if people are interested in investing in tech in Kenya. And the conversation drifted, all of us headed to very many other deep topics and all that. So you will never know where the conversation will lead you guys. It all depends with who is in the room. And as a moderator, you have to be just very, flexible and be open-minded and give people a chance to just express whatever they will have to express. And it's so good, guys. It's so addictive, especially because you can just put it on. You don't need to be in only that app. You can start, you can go into a room and just listen, and then go to other apps like Instagram, Facebook, and you just be doing your thing as you listen, and you don't have to even say anything. And that way, every time I'm working or I have something I'm doing, a house chore or anything, I'm just on Clubhouse listening to great conversations. And because Dina Mom is saying, next time, dear, I had a rough night at work where I'm in bed. Hey Monica Anjaka, loving your content. Do you talk about Clubhouse? Yeah, I beg. I'm talking about Clubhouse right now. Let me know if you want to know anything more, but I will tell you as much as I can until someone else asks another question. Yes, I'm talking about Clubhouse. Gina Mom, don't worry. Aki, I hope I'm not always pressuring you to tell you to come over here. I hope I'm not. I don't want to do that. I just loved your voice and your attitude towards life. I loved it. So anytime you're ready, I'm ready too. Anytime you're ready, I'll be waiting for you here. Monica Njaga has very good content, definitely. Guys, please check out Monica Njaga's channel. You will love it. This is Africa has also a channel. Check it out. You will love his channel. Yeah, so guys, I beg, I'm talking about Clubhouse, and I beg if you don't have If you don't have Clubhouse and you have an iPhone and you want an invite, just hit me up send me a DM on Instagram at Bucketlist Says. Are you already on CH? Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Ina ma'am. Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't want it to feel uncomfortable at all. You are at home here. Yeah, so Abeg knows a little bit about Clubhouse, and that's what I'm saying. It is very, very interesting how even rooms can just start and how they end up. Like sometimes yesterday I thought we were just having a great time on knowing who has ever invested in Kenya and has anything happened, have you lost money, because people have stories and people have also like trusted people and their money did not go to what they expected it to go to, and we just wanted to have stories and share and someone else to know where to look out and where to be careful and where to invest in. And the topics went so deep, like it went really, really deep into tech, and people started exchanging numbers and people started exchanging information and connecting with each other, and a lot of investment ideas came up that like we have never heard of. We even had to reschedule the room. It's going to happen very soon, next week again, so that we continue the conversation, because the conversation went to bonds and cryptocurrency and investing in like mobile towers, like those Safaricom towers where you put a tower and then the whole of the village gets better internet and better connectivity. So people started investing in that just in the Clubhouse room. Like it was such an interesting topic. So Clubhouse is very addictive. For those of you who are thinking of joining Clubhouse and you're not sure, definitely do it. Do it. And like I said, I have free invites if anyone wants them. Yes, Monica, by the way, did you join? Did I send you an invite? I'm not sure. Yeah. So guys, what else do you want to know? Let me know. I will definitely answer here, and then we can continue. So I will go to Carol's question before someone asked. Carol asked me how I was in high school, and I'm not sure if you're ready. Carol, I'm not sure if you're ready for this. So I went to high school. Oh my god, now I'm from dating and then Clubhouse, and now I'm going all the way like to 18 years ago. Oh, I'm old. Oh my god. So I went to high school in Solai, and Solai it's not in Nakuru, but it's nearer to Nakuru than to other cities like Nairobi or Thika or something, for those of you who don't know Kenya well. So we used to live in Nakuru, and I went to school in Solai, and it was a Catholic school, guys, and it was a girls only boarding school, but it was so far from civilization. Like, I don't know, it's like our parents just wanted to drop us there, forget about us for 3 months, and then have their own peace. Like, it was so far from civilization, guys. I'm not even joking. You had to go all the way to Solai, and then when it was opening day, and your parents did not have a car, or they could not bring you to school that time, you heard there were buses and matatus which were going all the way to the school. But the school was like, you would pass rivers and lakes and mountains, and like the total African experience. All the natural resources you see in Kenya, you'd pass like 7 of them: a forest, a lake, a river, like a lot of stuff, guys. And it was way deep in Solai. And it was a very good Catholic school. Like, they knew if you take your kids there, they're just going to study, because they cannot like run away from school and go partying. Where, they cannot run away from school and go to other boys' school. Where there is nothing near the school, nothing at all. There's only plantations, and that's it. So the reason why I went to this high school is because I was very active in church, actually, believe it or not. I was very active in church, and we had a dancing team in the church. And in this dancing team, we were young and we were just dancing to Kirk Franklin and all of those gospel musicians. And in in this group there were two other ladies or women or girls that wanted to go, or that were in the same age as me, and they were going to high school, in this Olai school. So their parents knew my mom, and they gave her the idea. So because these girls love each other, why not just take them all to one school so that they can keep each other company and still continue being friends? So we were taken to the same school like that, just because we were friends. I was in Salai, guys, and during opening day, what I wanted to say is you'd find matatus or buses going to the school. But that's the only time you'd find buses and matatus going to the school. It was only on opening day. On visiting days, because there were visiting days, we did not have midterms at all, so there were visiting days. And closing. So when you're closing school, all the buses and the matatus in the region knew that the school was being closed, and they knew that there was going to be money. So they would all come to the school to pick us up and take us all the way to Nakuru town. That was a very good time. If something happened and you had to go home in between, especially if there's something like fees, you had to go and pick fees, and maybe you forgot something, or maybe you got sick, or maybe there was a wedding or someone died at home and you had to go to the funeral, then you are having a really hard time just getting to Solai town, because you needed to walk like kilometers and kilometers away from school. You did not even take anything with you because it was so hard. It was so difficult to carry. So you had a small backpack like that, and you'd start walking. After breakfast, just start walking and walk until you get to a place where you can get a matatu. It was like almost 2 hours walk, guys, not a joke. That's why I went to high school. And I'm telling you, one of these days when I go to Kenya, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that when I go to Kenya this time. I just might go to my high school and show you guys and just do a vlog of these. I just might. That's a very good idea of a vlog in Kenya. I'll go to my high school and show you how far I had to walk. Anyway, that's why I went to high school, and like I said, it was a girls' school, and there were nuns there. It was a sister school, and we used to plant our own food. That is like one of the most hated activity in our school. We used to plant our own maize and our own beans. It was no joke. Like someone built this school, and then they bought acres and acres of land around it, like bought the whole place. And there were seasons. There were seasons to plant the maize, and then the second term, there was seasons to plant, seasons to weed, seasons to harvest, all of that stuff. Guys, we did that on our own. It was like a whole day of not going to class, or a whole weekend of not going to class, and we were just planting and weeding and harvesting. That was my high school experience. I was always hearing stories of people who in high school they would have they were going swimming in French classes and meeting with other people and having computer classes in school. That was not my high school experience at all. And I'm so happy. Maybe it made me to who I am, but my high school experience was a hard one. But I used to love physics. I used to love chemistry a lot. I did chemistry and physics. And I was actually one of the best people, one of the first people always for physics and chemistry. But I hated biology, which I don't understand how I'm a nurse right now. And mathematics I used to like in class, but I wasn't good at taking mathematics tests. I don't know what happened there. Like even in class, the teacher would give me the chalk, like continue at the blackboard. I'm going out a little bit. I'll come back. Just continue, and I would know what to do. That was not a problem. I still had this big mouth you'd see with me right now. So I would teach my fellow students how to do mathematics, but come exam time, I did not know I don't know what ever happened in exam room. I never got that A, or I don't even remember if I ever got a B in mathematics. Although I was really good in school, I understood mathematics, but taking the test, there was always an error here, an error there, and then I would lose a lot of marks. And the teacher always got very annoyed with me because he could never understand why I never knew how to take mathematics tests. He never understood. Jina Mami said, I hated agriculture. Me too. Me too. Karo Wanchiko, I hated maths. You are not alone, Karo. Let me tell you, I used to have to hate mathematics also for a very long time. And then I realized it will never go away. It's always going to be there. There is no school you'll go that doesn't have mathematics anywhere in the world. So I was like, okay, let me just learn to love it. Let me try and hack this. Let me try and see if I'll find a way to understand how to do maths. That was my logic. Like I wanted to know how. And when I went, okay, I was in Solai until form 3. And then from 4, or the last year of high school, I went to Thika. I had to stay with my grandmother and go to Thika to a day school. Something happened in the family and I had to do that. So I stayed with my grandmother and I went to the nearest high school in the village, somewhere in Kandara in Thika. And it was a big change for me because, oh my God, this is Africa. You are talented. Hey, you are talented. Mathematics, being good at mathematics was not like, I knew it was not easy, so I learned a lot and practiced a lot of mathematics. And I was one of those people. I'll follow the teacher up to the toilet if I have to. He had to explain. He has to explain the mathematics I did not understand that day. Like I'm not going home until I've understood what we did today. Like I would also like now I was very persuasive. Like you were showing me. Even I made sure that we were like sitting next to the best chick or the best girl that was in our class. She was my desk mate for a reason. Like I knew my English was very good then. Right now it's not that good. Back then, and hers was not because we were in the village and she had not been used to speaking English at all. So she could get like A's everything except English. Like everything A. And if you're in Germany, that means one. Like everything one. And English, she never knew what to do with English. Like she was really bad at that. So I became her desk mate as a mutual kind of a thing. So she would teach me maths and other things because she was good in everything. And I would teach her English or I'll explain her literature to her literature. Or when we were reading in school, it was so fascinating how good she was. One time our teacher, now I'm going off topic, but what else is new? Hi Hassan, how are you? This is Africa is saying I failed English class. Oh, I tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. Thank you for joining us, Hassan. So, I wanted to say this. One time, our maths teacher confused our tests and he brought us tests from the next class. Like, we were in Form 2 and he had tests for Form 3s and he brought us, left the test and went. And he was like, finish it up, I'm coming to pick it. And almost everybody realized this is not our test. We have not done this. But my deskmate could do it and she got an A in the next class's math test. That's how good she was. She was just, writing and having a good time and everything. Hassan, why are you sad? Why are you sad? Don't be sad. So we were having a good time and everything. And no, we were all confused and like we have not done things. So we did not even tell the teacher. We were just waiting for him to come after the end of the test to tell him it was the wrong test. That's how savage we were. You remember, right? But by the time he came to pick these papers up, my deskmate had written all the answers with ease, yeah, and that is like 1 year ahead. So she was really, really good in studies. But what? A rocket landed on your dad and he died on September 1? I'm so sorry, Hassan. That is very sad. That is really sad. I'm really, really sorry. Take heart. I hope that you get some comfort, really. I hope you have friends and family you can lean on, Hassan. You can stay with us here and hear all my silly stories. We're really sorry. So, what do I want to say? So this is how good she was, my deskmate. She was really good in studying and getting A's. And all of a sudden, she could not understand any English. I never understood that. Like, it was so confusing for me to see her being a genius in everything. And literature, she was like, okay, and then what happened? Why does she think that in this book? She never understood. So it was good for me because it was so easy for me. Literature in English was very easy for me, like totally easy. So I would explain to her, she'd get good marks, and then she knew she owed me, and then she could show me more marks. So I got better in maths like that because of sitting next to her. Otherwise, I did not have any hope. I wouldn't have known how to do it. Maybe you know about Syria and people Syrian and New Syria. Yeah, we've heard all about Syria, Hassan. We are really, really sorry. I hope you're going to be okay. So let me tell you guys. So I've done physics and I've done chemistry in Solai, yeah, in Nakuru, in this boarding school. And then I had to go and live with my grandmother, like I told you, the last year. And this last year, when I was with my grandmother, I went to the local high school, and it was mixed boys and girls, which was also already weird for me because I was used to being in a girls-only boarding school. But I went to this new school, and no girl had been doing physics in this school for like the past 20 years. They could not even remember the last time a chick or a girl decided to do physics in this school. And then I'm coming here and I'm like, no, I only want to do physics. I don't want to do anything else. I just want to do physics and chemistry. So they almost did not allow me to do physics. That's how bad it was. They were like, no, physics is for boys, because of engineering courses and all of that. So normally women here or girls here do biology and chemistry because chemistry was compulsory, but you definitely had to choose biology or physics. And I was like, no, I really don't want to do biology. I hated biology so much. I never understood. I think we were in we were talking about the cell, and one of the first things is the cell in biology. And already at that point I started hating biology. I didn't like it at all. So I told the teachers, no, I'm doing physics. I like physics. I'm good in physics. That's what I'm doing. So they gave me a test, like a surprise test. Like, are you sure? Here is a test. Do it. And I passed so well in that test. I was so proud of myself. You know those moments you're just so proud of yourself. I was so proud of myself to ace that test because it was a simple one. It was a test behind me, but they just wanted to test me. So they allowed me to do physics. And for the next year, it was almost 1.5 years, there was no other girl doing physics. It was just me and 6 boys or 7. I think it's about the 7. Me and 7 boys were doing physics. And nobody beat me until I was finished. You know those proud moments? But I got like worse in other things. Like agriculture, I hated agriculture. Oh my God. And if you guys don't know this, the ones that are not in Kenya, in Kenya, agriculture is done in a different way. Like in our school in Kenya, we had agriculture theory, and then we had to do the practice side. And that meant we got like a piece of land, like all agriculture, because you were either doing agriculture or history. And I hated history also. Like these were not my subjects. History, religion, theory, or those topics were not my thing. I loved sciences, but only chemistry and physics and languages, but also not Kiswahili. It was weird for me in high school, but I always did my best. Like I was always like a C+, B- student. I was always there like that, doing my best. So agriculture, you'd get like a piece of land, a very small piece, but everybody would get a piece of land and would have to grow something. You'd have to grow like maize, or I remember in our time we were growing maize, and every class had a different project, and our class had maize. Guys, I will not even lie to you. We paid someone. I hope my teachers never hear these. We paid someone. Imagine physics. I'm very chop, very, very chop. We paid someone to come to our garden, to our agriculture garden, and he was living just next to the school, right? And he wanted to earn some money on the side. So we paid him, and every time at night, because it was a day school, it was mixed day and boarding. And I was a day scholar. So because I was living with my grandmother, I would walk to her after school. And there are people who were living in the school as a boarding school, right? So we would pay him because he was a day scholar also living next to the school, and he would come in the evenings or almost nighttime to our gardens, and he would look after our gardens because he was living in the local and he was very good in gardening. He had been doing gardening all his life. Like that is something that was very easy for him. So he would come in the evenings and he would tend to our agriculture plots and make sure they are flourishing and water them and put fertilizer and all that, and then you'd go back home and then you'd pay him. If you saw my garden, guys, oh my god, I hope my teachers never hear this, and the way I left a very good rep there. If you saw my garden, it was a beautiful. The maize was just flourishing and big and green, and we got like big maize cob after that. I was doing good in agriculture, and that helped also with a lot of marks always in agriculture because the theory was also like it is important when you're living in Kenya to do agriculture because you can be a farmer and it will come in handy. But I knew I didn't want to do anything with that. Right now, I wish I paid attention because I love farming now. But back then, I was like, where will I need to know the types of soil, like clay soil, like what it does and all that? Like when you're young, you're naive like that. And I did not think I needed it at all. So I was like just passing through, like just doing whatever to make sure that I just finish high school. And I finished high school and I was a very good girl, whether you believe it or not. I did not know much in high school. I just knew I loved music. I sing a lot in high school. I was those people who had, you remember, I don't know if you guys know that, if you guys remember that the Sunday newspaper in Kenya used to have, the middle part of the Sunday newspaper used to have junior newspaper for kids and teenagers, and it would have like PayPal contacts, and it would have a lyrics to the most famous song right now, like a hit song right now. And there'll be Boys to Men, there'll be Brandy, there'll be, all of these R&B, old R&B musicians. And in high school, that was one of my favorite hobbies, and that's why I was at an entertainment prefect. By the way, I was an entertainment prefect in high school because I understood entertainment, and and I knew a lot of songs. I had a lot of lyrics. So what we used to do is you take like a book, a 200-page book, and then you'd cut these lyrics, like cut them off the newspaper, and then you just like glue them on your book. So if you had a book like this, one lyrics always went all the way to 2 pages, right? So the whole of the 2 pages. So when you close your book like this, it would like, go all the way in the middle like that. And you'd close it, and then the next page and the next page. I had so many books, like full books of lyrics only of all the hit songs in Kenya. And that is what people kept themselves busy with in high school because we did not have WhatsApp or internet or, not much to do. So we had those books where you just, can I have your songbook? Can I have your songbook? And we'd exchange songbooks and just look at lyrics and try to sing them out. And you'd have people with good voices who'd just be singing these lyrics like they own them. Hey, high school was all about singing. So I just grew up. I was just interested in music. I did not know much. I did not know much about boys. I understood that boys were there and I was attracted to boys. I knew that. But like it wasn't like a thing for me. Like I was so busy with other things, like it was just a wastage of time even talking to boys. They tried, but I really didn't understand what they really wanted. We are friends already, we understand each other. What is going on? What more do you want? I didn't understand that. Hassan is saying, where are you from? Hassan, I am from Kenya and I live in Germany right now, but I come from Kenya. Gina Mom is saying I was a C. Yes, we were there, all of us. C+, nikienda sana B minus, but mostly it was C+. Worship member high school, kuokoka. Kila mtu alikuwa worship member. Everybody was in the worship, praise and worship team or club. In Kenya, we were all raising our hands and worshiping in high school. And then we finished high school and we realized there are clubs and there are tiny dresses and there are boys and, and everything went south from that point on. Everything went south. Hassan is asking, how is it you? Are you okay? And your family and your friends okay? Yes, I'm okay, Hassan. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I am in Germany and we are still on a lockdown, but we are coping the way it is because we are healthy. I know it is not as bad as in Syria right now, but we are healthy. We are doing the best we can. I'm a nurse. I'm working. I'm coming live here. We come here every day and have chats with each other, keep each other's company, laugh about old times, and sometimes we just have a guest here and learn about a new topic and have a new conversation. And every day is different, and we love it. And I love all of these people here, Hassan. So please, yeah, I hope you feel at home here also. We always have a good time like that. So today I was just doing a story time about how my high school was, about dating in Germany. We already said that. And what else did we talk about? And about Clubhouse, the new social media app. So yes, we were all like saved in church and singing and hallelujah. And I remember the first time I went out, it was after high school because I told you I was a late boomer. And after high school, we were living in Nakuru, and I had already started working, so I'm earning some money. Huh? After high school, I'm earning some. It wasn't as good money, but it was more than my colleagues or my other friends. My other friends were still looking for colleges and universities, and they were just broke at home waiting for their parents to say something. And here I am. I finished high school, and a few months after, I'm working as a receptionist. So I had some money, and I started going out. And I remember the first club I went to in Kenya. It is called Dimples, and right now it's not called Dimples anymore, which is a shame because that's where I learned everything to do clubbing and drinks and I'm not proud of these guys. I wish I stayed a church girl. So don't judge me. But I remember the first time I went out, I was like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Because the vibe was different, and I was with my friends. We were like, I wish you a life happy with your family and friends. Thank you so much, Hassan. I also wish you a lovely time, and I wish that you're going to be okay. Really, my heart goes out to you. I really wish you're going to be good. Yeah, so I remember going out and I was with my friends. We were like 5 people, and we wanted to go out. And you know how much we all had? We all had 100, no, 200. We had 200 shillings each. So that is $2 if you're in the USA, and that is two. And that is €2 and something, and a few cents if you're in Germany. It was like, oh my God, we have money to go out. Let us go. Okay, let's go out. And we started wearing our short dresses and our short skirts and our short shorts, and we went out. And I remember the only thing we used to do those days, and it was not, we could not go at night like that. Like we were still too young to understand nighttime clubbing. So we started with daytime because in Kenya, hey, Kenyans, in Kenya on Sundays, they were called reggae nights, and sometimes they were not just reggae. We'd call them, what was the name? There was another name. So there were clubs that had like reggae Sundays where the whole Sunday afternoon is for kids. I would say kids, but it's mostly 18, let me say 17, 18, 19 year olds who are just, coming from high school and just starting off with life. So because their parents would not let them go out at night, they would do like a Sunday afternoon jam session. Yes, jam session. That was the name. So we'd go to jam sessions and you'd only have like your Fanta with a straw and you just hold it like this. And the best thing about these jam sessions was just being able to dance together, because Kenyans, so we'd all be in a group. Everybody had their own groups. They would all come in groups, and then you guys would have a group.
Eis und doppelte Menge Wasser.
So would be like in a group, a group of people, and then they would all stand in a circle, and then one of you would go to the circle, inside the circle, and do your thing, and dance, and then go back to the circle, and then the next person, and then the next person, like that. So people are having a great time, and I remember just getting already addicted to going to Sunday, session jams. And then I graduated and I was like, okay, I'm done drinking Fanta. I'm done with all of these young boys. I want to go out like grown ups, And of course, we went out with the same group, but we started going now to nightclubs, and one of our friends, and I'm not saying who because this would be a problem, used to steal his father's car. Okay, so we will be like helping him because they lived on somewhere up like this, and his father would park his car like almost at the gate like that. And then would wait until he goes to sleep, and we want to go out. The whole group would come to him, like tiptoeing. We were all like waiting for the parents to go to sleep in a neighbor's house. Okay, this is my childhood now. I'm feeling everything. And then when we were sure everybody's asleep, he would like signal us, yeah, telling us everybody's asleep, you guys come over. And then we'll like tiptoe, he'd open the gate for us, we'd tiptoe into the compound. They had a big house, they had a nice place. And the car was just at the door or at the gate. And then we would push the car, he would start driving, right? We even gave him a nickname, driver. I will not say who. So he would like start the car and would push like slowly until it went down the hill because they lived on a hill. It went down the hill, and then just at the end of the hill, that's when it would really start. That's how we would go out every weekend without getting caught, guys. That's how we went out the first time we started going out, and we would have a blast, but we'd never have more than 2 euros. We'd never have more than, sometimes like one person would have five euros or 500 shillings, and you would have to make sure that we are all okay because we have to go out. But the good thing is we started drinking alcohol very late, like later on. So we were just drinking Fanta and dancing a lot. We just wanted to dance and drink Fanta and say hi to other people, like hi, hey, and so that's how we started out. So sometimes I go to Kenya. Every time I go to Nakuru, I have to go to Dimples. Right now, it's not called Dimples. I don't know what it's called anymore. And management kept changing, of course. If you live in Kenya, you have also heard of Coco Savannah. Those that were are my age, they used to hear. Everybody in the whole country knew about Coco Savannah in Nakuru, even if they had never gone to Nakuru. Coco Savannah was also very famous, but I kind of never used to like it that much because it was so big, and that meant it was always too full and so many people there. And I had a bad experience with some kids from ghetto. Let me say from ghetto. I wasn't also that well off, but there were boys from the real hoods and real slums. There was a big slum in Nakuru also. There were also a lot of boys from slums going to Coco Savannah and trying to pickpocket and take other people's money and phones. So I had a bad experience in Coco Savannah one time, and I never wanted to go again ever. So Coco Savannah was not my thing. So you were either Coco Savannah person or a Dimples person. So Dimples it was. So even now when I go to Kenya, I look for a chance to go to Dimples, even if it's under new management, because just going up the stairs and being in that area has very good memories of how I wanted to know the world, and I was so curious. I wanted to know how everything is, and whew, it was very exciting. I'm still very, very happy that we are all safe and healthy and sound because whew, all the things that happened. So guys, I have to go because I still have to eat something or help out with the rest of the cooking. My boyfriend had already started. I'll help him with that, and then I will go to my next night shift. Guys, thank you so much for keeping me company until now. And sometimes I know when I don't have a guest, it's a lot to talk about and go around and storytelling and always tiptoeing and saying too much, too much information, but I love hanging with you guys and just talking to each other. So I am so glad, Gina Mom, you enjoyed the conversation. I hope everybody else enjoyed this conversation. If you want more story times or storytelling live streams, let me know. Definitely. If I know in advance, it's even better. But when it's my own experience, I don't know. I don't need to know in advance. I can just come here and you guys can ask a question and the conversation can start like that. So yeah, so if you want to join Clubhouse, let me know on my DM at Bucketly Says. I'll send you an invite. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on tomorrow's live stream. So I have someone tomorrow and she's very new. She's not new to my comment sections, but she's new as a guest. She's never been a guest here. So it's going to be an interesting conversation. So thank you so much. Thank you, Cara. I'm so glad that you guys love the stories. Definitely, I enjoyed telling them also. So let me hope to see you tomorrow, guys. Hassan, I hope to see you tomorrow. If you get bored, just come and or if you don't have anyone to talk to or anything, come over. We can talk and a little bit and share stories here on the live stream. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. Caro, Gina, Hassan, who else? This is Africa, Abeg, Gina Mom, Suleiman Zore, Monica Njaga, Kenyan Mary, who else? Pamli Vlogs, Nora Mwaora, who else? Did I say Karawanjigo? I did, yes. Simki Mia, Leila Viteta. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Cheers. Bye.